Welcome to my new channel. My name is Will. I have a channel called Multiverse Lovers where I talk about basketball or just mainly NBA or NBA, WWE mainly, and then I'll do like a lot of superhero stuff. I'll do a lot of things on that channel. I'll put it in the comments below or in the description below, whichever one. But anyway, I just want to introduce myself and this channel is mainly about the careers I will be showing to y'all on YouTube. And it is like 11 o'clock it's like 11 p.m. right now, so I'm just gonna make a quick video real quick. So my three career interests are basketball, singing, and theater, basically, which is musical theater. And yeah, I actually have a story that I would like to share real quick, like all three of these careers. And yeah, it's real interesting. And then I also have, goals. And yeah, I might just say a lot of random stuff, to be honest. So yeah. Okay, I've been an athlete since I was 3. I used to do sports like taekwondo, tennis, and basketball. And then I stopped. Then I started getting into singing, and then when I moved to Texas, I was doing boxing, and then I was still, singing, and I always copied Michael Jackson during that time. I always wanted to be, sound like him. I also wanted to sounded like Simba. Yeah, and then I've been wanting to say I always wanted to be a singer since I was 9, and yeah, and then when COVID hit, I wanted to try basketball again because I was starting to get familiar with the game, and yeah, and then I went to a league in sixth grade, and I did good. I was playing center, won a championship, and that was then the rest is history. And after that, I was going into seventh grade, which is middle school. So I was going to a school where sixth grade was considered to be elementary, and in what happened? Oh yeah, seventh grade was seventh grade. I was going into seventh grade, and during the summer, I was I was supposed to prepare for basketball, but guess what? I procrastinated, and so what I had to do was work even harder during the school year to make the team, and that's what I did, and I made a lot of improvement. Oh yeah, and also I was enrolled in theater, and I also heard we were doing a Good Man Charlie Brown, and I wanted to be Snoopy, but I didn't get in it. I didn't get the part for Snoopy, so I had to work hard as a chorus member. And then during that time, I was focused more. I was focusing on basketball. I basically bumped up from the fourth group to the third group, and I had 5 points with 3 steals. And yeah, and I kept improving during the off season. And then during the off season, in theater, I got the part for Snoopy, and I actually did good. And then after seventh grade ended, um, or actually no, I forgot to add that. I was also in an AAU season. I was also in AAU, and I was improving from them. And then during the summer, I actually had a plan to to lock in this summer, not to procrastinate. And guess what? I injured this finger in summer school, which messed up everything. I couldn't compete in my first season in AAU, and yeah. And then I got better. I was still in theater because I kept pushing after being Snoopy, after doing good, and yeah, I got another role. And then in basketball, I was improving in the postseason because I was doing AAU. I was doing fall AAU, and yeah, and then eighth grade school ball came up, and I didn't do good because of I would say it's mainly because of a personality change in me, which kind of caused me to accomplish a goal. That's all I'm gonna say. So, um, yeah, and then in 2024 hit, I was done with my acting role, and then I was done with school ball season, and then I was going to some. I was doing spring AAU. I made the team, but then all these talents I was talking about, like singing, acting, and or I should just say performing, which is singing and acting, and basketball, all that messed up because of me throwing up red stuff. So, and yeah, I was eating hot wings, and then I threw up, and yeah, and I actually had gastritis, and during that time, uh, the doctors was treating it as an ulcer. Until the end of the summer, I realized I had gastritis and something else was going on. So I really didn't really eat a lot of hot stuff. I didn't really eat noodles or ramen noodles or anything. So yeah. And then what else was next? Oh yeah, freshman year. So freshman year kind of messed up everything because I couldn't play basketball. I couldn't I couldn't really move around for acting. I couldn't really sing, and I wasn't really focused because I'm too focused on my stomach, like you know. And what else? Yeah, and I didn't really do good in my auditions. But however, I started to feel better in late 2024 and early 2025. I was starting to feel better. I started trying again, like in basketball, like taking time, and also taking time in theater. And then I forced my comeback a little a little hard because for basketball, I kind of forced that. I kind of forced myself to come back because, I was feeling better, but I still had some ways to go, and I didn't lift, and I was trying, and I was still playing basketball, and guess what? I messed up this finger in 2025. Yeah, and that's what happened in my in freshman year. I kind of forced everything. I basically forced my basketball comeback kind of early. And yeah, I took time off summer again. This was the fourth time doing that. And then sophomore year was the same thing, but basketball was a little bit, but however, theater was a little bit different because I could sing, I could dance, and all that. And yeah, so for basketball, I decided to take myself out of athletics or get cut, or basically like had to tell the coaches not trying out, and they understood. So I had to put myself. So they took me in PE, and yeah, that's basically what happened. And then I took my time to come back. Like I had to take like baby steps because I haven't played basketball in like I haven't played competitive basketball in 2 years, so I had to take baby steps, work my way back up, and yeah, that's basically what happened. And then and then I also started doing good in auditions for sophomore year, and yeah, and I started doing a lot better in in theater. And basically that's really it. And then summer 2026, I'm basically doing all the things that I wanted to do. Like I'm focusing on theater, I'm focusing on basketball. Like I'm like my conditioning is gonna be off the charts, man. Like I'm running, miles, in 10 minutes, 8 minutes. I'm trying to work my way to 6 minutes and all that because we're gonna have to do something for we're running miles for school for basketball, and yeah. So with that being said, you're gonna see a lot of basketball stuff, and the main things that you're basically gonna see is like my basketball games, me practicing, me at the gym. I'll show you guys my routine and all that, and yeah. And then for theater, you're gonna see me do monologues, songs from like musical theater, and probably just me singing, random songs. And yeah, you're going also going to see me being silly and serious at times. And then for music, so I forgot to tell y'all that I actually been writing music since I was you know since I was like 11, and then I started taking it seriously when I was a freshman. And I found then I finally found a song that I wanted to release on my careers channel, and it's kind of basically what I just talked about, the story I was just talking about. And yeah, it's real inspirational because like once again I've been wanting to be a singer for a very long time, since I was 9. And then this is the chance I'm taking that chance basically. So yeah, and you're gonna see like inspirational songs. You're gonna, or actually not see, you're gonna hear inspirational songs. I'm sorry if I'm kind of distracted a little bit, but you're gonna see a lot of inspirational songs. You're gonna see fun songs. You might hear me rap a little bit. I'm gonna try and learn how to rap. And yeah, you're gonna see me do a lot of things um like you're just gonna see me a lot. You're gonna see me perform different genres basically. So yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys leave appropriate comments down below. Give this video a like. Subscribe to Multiverse Lover, not Multiverse Lovers, or actually yes, subscribe to Multiverse Lovers and subscribe to my careers channel. For right now, I'm gonna call it Triple Careers, but I'm gonna think of a different name. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.